20. So Morrow is microing the Marauders to hit the roaches. So if the Lynx take out all the Marines, then they can be very good tanks for the roaches. But Morrow is going to be securing his another expansion. If we're looking at the production tab, do we have another command center being built? No, not quite yet. But he is... no, okay, there it is right now. And Hydra should be getting his third base. There it is. Looking on the units tab, we have 11 Marauders, 17 Marines, and 50 workers. Hydra is a little behind at 42 workers, but he does have 16 Banelings, 7 Roaches, and 25 Lynx. I don't know if this composition is going to be able to hold off a MM ball as big as, this is 40 units with 60 food.
Actually, what Hydra can do is to get the Ventral Sax upgrade and probably do a Baneling drop on the...
Oh, the patented Rainlings.
Yeah, but it's... And yes, the SCV does know that Hydra is now securing his third base, so he's going to put some pressure with his MM ball, and without a Baneling drop, it's going to be so difficult for the Baneling to run in because they're just going to vaporize before they reach the MM ball. So I'm actually quite curious to see how Hydra is going to defend this, because I would suggest he goes for, a tier 3 ultra and infestance build, but yeah, I'm not Hydra, so he'll know what's best.
He does have the Hive on the way.
Yeah, so we're probably going to see some ultras or even brood lords, but based on the number of mech units, I don't think brood lords are just worth it, because you especially want brood lords only when they have Thors or when they have siege tanks, when you can just exploit the range and just attack the mech units without them attacking you. But with so many just bio units, I would just go for ultras. What do you think?
I don't know. It's a pretty hard thing to call, because when you go for ultras, once you get a critical number of Marauders, the ultras actually don't do very much because they get focused down. They get maybe 1 or 2 swipes off on the MM ball and then they die. And with Morrows basically cutting the map in half, saying, okay, I'll take the left, you take the right, but I have the gold. It's okay if you take this normal minerals, but I have the gold. And he's probably going to plant this tank behind this MM ball, and it's going to be extremely hard to break. And if Hydra does push up from the top, he will swing down and kill this base. So Hydra can't really send his main strike force to take out this gold. He will have to push through the middle to take it out. But wow, where are these guys going? Oh, Hydra does see it with his overlords. He does see this drop coming in, and wow, this is such good control from Morrow. He is individually dropping all these units, stimming up. He's probably going to try to take out a critical tech building, but everything swarms in. He doesn't have any anti-air to kill the medvacs, but they are stopped. And he has infested Terrans. These infested Terrans can focus down the medvacs. These medvacs are very, very expensive. 100 minerals, 100 gas, and he does take them out. But meanwhile, Morrow is doing a double prong attack, emptying his bunkers of units. He sees the huge ball of Zerg on that creep highway. You notice the creep all the way from the main base to here. These Lynx are moving so fast. He is making a counterattack. I don't know if this is the right thing. There is a tank parked up here. A second tank is parked up here. And Hydra is going to have to retreat. He lost so many units in that battle. And you're going to have to take over.
What I think Hydra should do now is it's actually because he did clear the goal for his expansion, because what I think, yes, he did. He should be securing his goal now, because looking at the income tab, it's so obscene with the meals, with the extra SCVs that Morrow has. His economy is soaring, so that drop with the loss of the Marauders and the Marines, it's not gonna be such a big deal as compared to Hydra, because Hydra has Banelings, and if the Banelings do get vaporized before they hit the MM ball, it's going to be so difficult for Hydra to catch back in the economy, because Zerg doesn't have meals, and if he doesn't get his 4th base and his goal, it's going to be so difficult for him to come back to the game, because right now the Terran Blade is mining at the goal and he does not have a goal, so it's going to be so critical for him to just secure his goal now, sit back, try to get Ultras on the field, and yeah, counter and try to exploit the positioning of the Terran.
Actually, Hydra isn't really that far behind, because if you look at the minerals, even with the mules, he's only 200 ahead. I think the reason is because he's extremely oversaturated on this base. Yeah. He really needs to mine out some units over here and probably take a fort, because a base can roughly handle anywhere from 25 to 30 workers. This is a little bit too much. There is a major... there's so many fungal growths, but Morrows have... he has fungal growth to tanks, but these tanks are just chewing through. There are ultras on the field, but these roaches are completely blocking their own ultra, and this is the power of Marauder tanks, and that ultra I don't even think did a single damage. It does have 3 armor actually, but oh my goodness, Hydra does lose that base, and he does lose his Ultra Cavern, so he is extremely behind. He is 70 harvesters, 47 harvests over 70, and Morris is probably going to push his advantage. Hydra's income is down to 700. He only has 1 base. Thankfully, he does have the gold to switch over to, but looking at the units tab, we have 3 tanks and 11 Marauders and 16 Marines. This is a pretty good ball, but Hydra only has 4 Ultras and 8 Lings. This is, and against this mini tanks and Marauders, 13 Marauders, these Ultras with only 3 armor are not going to do very much.
These Ultras actually need the chitinous plating upgrade now, because it's going to be so difficult for the Ultras to get close to the Diamond Ball if they don't have enough armor. So Hydra is so behind now. He just needs another base, but he got denied of his 3rd base, and yeah, thankfully for him, he's mining at the goal, but I don't see how Hydra can win if he just keeps to these 3 bases, because the Terran army is just gonna outnumber him.
Notice the placement of this watchtower. This watchtower is actually very well placed. You're actually able to see this gas and these 2 minerals. So if he does get this base, he is going to see these little red lines going back and forth, and he know this base expansion will be up. He won't have to check it out. But wisely, Hydra has gotten his Ultra Cavern back. Looking on the production tab, he's most likely he is getting the chitinous plating. But we do have another battle going on here. We have siege tanks. We have so many medvacs with Marauders. I don't think Hydra is going to do anything with this. Morrow does see the infestors. He's most likely going to get a couple fungal growths, but no, he is going to pull back. This infestor is going to try to fungal growth, but notice only using 4 Marines to run forward to try to snipe out the infestor. He does not want to bunch up his infantry to get fungal growth, but Hydra is just throwing away his Ultras. This Ultra is going to die, and I don't know, and Hydra does call GG. He just threw away so many Ultras, just back forth with siege tanks, with Marauders just picking away at it, stimming up, picking away at him. I don't know, like, how do you think Hydra could have won? He was actually in a firm position of control mid-game. Yeah. Then he just got outplayed by tier 1.5 nerf Terrans.
Yeah, but what I think is, Hydra was pretty desperate at that point. He knows that if he continues to just try to macro himself, the Terran army is just going to outnumber him. So what I see from that attack was actually a very desperate, desperate attack from himself, because if he doesn't put pressure on the Terran, he's going to just lose out. But unfortunately for him, there was just so many Marines, so many Marauders, and there were tanks backing up. So it's just GG from the moment he lost his 3rd base, because once Morrow was able to kill that hatchery, it's pretty much lights off for Hydra.
Well, I don't know, HG. I'm going to have to disagree with that, because if you look at the income tab, even though Morrow does have nearly double the number of harvesters he has, he is just so oversaturated. He really is on 2 base. This base is almost mined out. This base is almost mined out. So they really are on just 2 bases, and once more, you might have to remember, Morris have been mining on this goal far longer. So basically, it's just this expansion and this expansion left, and their income is very similar. If you look on the units lost,